Hey, what's happening, all you beautiful people? Hellcat, once again. I know, surprise, surprise. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So my plan for this video is, like I kind of capped off in the last one there, is I was going to build radius rods. I was going to do the high clearance lower. I was going to build a new one of those, and I was going to build new upper radius rods. Unfortunately, I can't. That's not in the cards. Pardon me. The place where I get my steel from, where I've been getting my supplies from, they don't have any drawn over DOM tubing. They only have Schedule 40, and that's not going to cut it for what I want to do. Like, even with the DOM tubing, I was planning on filling them with a high pressure, high impact structural foam that we use in the collision industry, and it would add a ton of rigidity. I could do that with the Schedule 40, but I don't want to. That's honestly, so I'm not going to build any braces. I'm not going to build anything. I'm not going to do any tabs or plates or nothing like that. I want to try something new. I love working on the back end of this thing, and I'm still technically working on the back end of it, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. I had alluded in the last video that I was going to do new fenders, and today I'm going to try and do new fenders. I've already got my piece cut. That's 5 feet of Schedule 40 1.5-inch tubing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them from this pipe here out the same radius and the same plane as the OE fenders, except out further. They're going to be out further, and it's going to come all the way down to this pipe here. Then that way, then I can do some bracing pipes here, and then I can plate the top in with some sheet metal and do some dimple dies and stuff like that, just for an added flair and added look. They don't do anything anyway. They stop zero mud. So my thought process is I always hit trees. I had to bend this one back out here before I started with heat, because it was all caved in. So anything that's going to allow me to kind of slide off of a tree instead of getting those rear tires stuck into a tree, because it's happened lots, it's going to be an added benefit. A little bit bigger, a little bit wider, and yeah, well, custom made, a little bit cooler. So I've already started on that. I'll get marking, I'll start bending the pipe, and we'll see if we can't get some custom fenders on this bad boy. This up higher, so then that follows that. It's up a little bit higher. But all in all, what I was after, I've got it tying in down here. So I was doing some thinking about the rear fender, and how I said, you know, I wasn't too concerned about having a little bit of deformation, and well, I lied. I redid it, and I gotta say that looks significantly better. That looks so much better. Big thing is, like, the Cat themselves, the Wildcat is always a really sharp, angular machine. So what I did is I've done some straight cuts. I've got a little bit of contour still, and then straight hard edges. So then that's going to give it a nice profile. got it tied in down here. And now I'm going to continue on with that progress, is I'm going to get rid of this. My plan with this, doing all of this, is I just want to really exaggerate. Like, so that's a wide body, like it's out a significant amount more than the other side. So with all this stuff, all this plastic, I want it similar, but I want it very exaggerated. Well, it's been hours, absolute hours, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. There's nothing about it that I'm liking right now, and it's very, very frustrating to me. But I hate that. It's too hodgepodgey, so what I gotta do is I gotta do a wider flat bar, but I also don't like this. And I think the reason why I don't like this is, even though it does follow the profile of the machine, it needs a contour. It needs to have a slight bend in it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut that upper section off. I'm gonna cut that off. I've already got it marked. And I'm gonna take this tube off and I'm gonna give it a slight bend. Even though the Arctic is very flat and angular, there are slight contours to it. And I think that's what's driving me nuts about the whole look. I like the back, that's straight, but it's got a contour and a bend. That's straight, but then that contours. So I'm thinking that's what I need to do, so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's all the difference right there. That is all the difference right there. It's just having it arc. Much better. I'm significantly happier with that, so I'm gonna leave that tube alone, and I'm gonna see if I can build one for the front and get build one off of here that comes out into here, and see if I can get that looking how I want, and then we can connect the two. got a front fender done-ish without any sheet metal. So it follows the contour. We got this nice heavy arc, then we've got another arc coming down over this way, and then we've got this other radius piece that fills in. So it's basically kind of the same. It's kind of the same, it's just exaggerated. So like that there is just a lot larger version of what's right there, and then the arc is obviously higher, everything's higher, everything is larger, but I'm super pumped with that. Like, don't want to sound like a dad strapping something down, but that ain't going nowhere, you know. So I'm pumped with that, and then having ideas just looking at it about another bar off here up to there, just give it a little bit more profile. But that's pretty cool, I gotta say. Well, there we have it. Just like that, I'm done for the day. That's been quite the project, but talk about frickin' satisfying. 30 feet of pipe went into this, and it's not done. But look at that. The profile to that one, basically the same, just extremely exaggerated. I absolutely love the look of this. It looks so good. Contoured down nice into the tree kickers. Man, I am so freaking pumped on that. That looks so good. That just looks like it's supposed to look. Absolutely obnoxious. And once the guy starts getting, I got a couple more braces and stuff to put in, but once the guy starts putting sheet metal on this, oh, that's gonna look so wild. Absolutely awesome. I'm pumped. I'm happy. We're making progress. I said I had an idea to wide body this thing out of tubing and sheet metal, and here we are. I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to start putting some panels in and contouring them, and oh man, it's gonna be freaking dynamite. As always, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you that tune in, watch these videos of my stupid idea of trying to build the baddest machine on the planet. It's starting to look like it now, I think. So until the next chapter, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.